All right, well, if I could have everybody's attention, it's a beautiful day here in Southbury for a volunteer fair. Glad we're having such a good turnout. And as we indicated, we had a special event scheduled for the morning, which is to have the Southbury Community Trust Fund making a special announcement. And so those of you who can hear me, if you give a round of applause for Ellen Carter, who will introduce our session this morning. Ellen?
Thanks, Ed. Morning, everyone. I'm here as a representative of the Connecticut Community Foundation, which holds the Southbury Community Trust Fund. The foundation was formerly the Waterbury Foundation and was started in 1923 as the first community foundation in the state of Connecticut. Our mission is to foster creative partnerships that build rewarding lives and thriving communities, which is what you all are here doing today, is building rewarding lives and a thriving Southbury community. The Connecticut Community Trust Fund serves Southbury and 20 other towns in western Connecticut, and we administer 420 charitable funds, which are established by local donors, with combined assets of nearly $94 million. One of these funds is the Southbury Community Trust Fund, which I'm going to turn it over to the chair of our volunteer committee, Dr. Bob McWilliam, to talk a little bit about it.
Thank you, Ellen. Ellen Carter is the Director of Community Leadership with the Foundation, and she's the Foundation staff person who is designated to support the the Southbury Community Trust Fund, and she spends hours and hours for our organization. So I would probably like to give her a really big thank you and another round of applause. So thank you, Ellen, very, very much. She's also become a very dear friend and colleague of mine now. My name is Bob McWilliam, and it's my honor and privilege to be the chair of the Southbury Community Trust Fund Advisory Committee. I've been a proud resident of Southbury, the home of the brave, since 1983 for over 30 years. My partner, Wes Rouse, who's a landscape designer and owner of the landscape firm Pine Meadow Gardens, has been a lifelong resident of Southbury. And perhaps some of you know that over the last 4 years, we've opened our home and gardens to sponsor a benefit event for some local nonprofit organization. In 2012, we hosted the Southbury Historical Society. 2013, the Southbury Land Trust. 2014, last year, my chorus, the Connecticut Choral Society. And just last Sunday, we had an open house as a benefit for the Audubon Center at Bend of the River. And we're trying to think about what we're going to do next year, so stand by, and we'll be glad to have you come and visit us next year. Now, first, let me tell you about the Give Local campaign that's sponsored every year by the Connecticut Community Foundation. Under the superb leadership of Paula Van Ness, who's the president and CEO of the Connecticut Community Foundation, the Give Local campaign in 2015 went for only 36 hours on May 5th to May 6th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And people in 21 towns contributed over $820,000 to nonprofit organizations. And I'm proud to tell you that Southbury residents and maybe some non-Southbury residents contributed over $65,000 to our nonprofits. And I'm very pleased that our Southbury Community Trust Fund designated $10,000 to the Give Local campaign to be used as prizes and awards. And so I'm sure that encouraged more people to give. And now let me tell you about the Southbury Community Trust Fund. In 1994, a Southbury resident very generously bequeathed $1.4 million to be designated to serve the residents of the town of Southbury. In 2010, the fund was transferred to the Connecticut Community Foundation, and as of last week, the assets in the Southbury Community Trust Fund were $1.98 million, just $20,000 short of $2 million. Maybe it's a little bit more now, given the stock market over the past week, but $2 million invested in the Southbury Community Trust Fund has been designated to accept grants, and the dividends from that bequest are contributed each year to Southbury organizations. The current members of the Southbury Community Trust Fund Advisory Committee are Pat Altieri, Dan Bedard, Laura Bennett, Attorney Kathy Bauer, Janice Creighton, Mark Mitchell, Kurt Mazurowski, and Rabbi Eric Polikoff. The trust fund provides support for a diversity of programs that benefit and serve the residents of Southbury. And priority is given to grant applications that address the following areas: social and community services, health, education, and wellness, enhancement of child and youth development, older adults and aging, arts and culture, and environmental awareness. $55,800 have been awarded to Southbury organizations from December 2014 to April 2015. And now I'm going to call on my colleagues and friends who are members of the Southbury Community Trust Fund Advisory Committee to let you know which organizations those grants were awarded to.
Good morning. I'm Kathy Bauer, and I'm happy to say that Pierce Hollow Village received $20,000 for pre-development planning to support the development of low-income senior housing for Southbury and greater Southbury residents.
Hi, I'm Pat Altieri, and I'm happy to say the Arts Escape Winter Workshops, $5,000 to support 5 art and cultural multi-week workshops for seniors with a goal of enhancing participants' physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Hi, I'm Laura Bennett, and I'm happy to announce that the Connecticut Food Bank received $4,000 for the Southbury Mobile Pantry to support the Southbury Mobile Pantry that distributes fresh fruits, vegetables, and groceries directly to Southbury residents.
Hello, I'm Kurt Nazarowski, and it's my pleasure to let you know that the Heritage Village Ambulance Association for digital narrowband radio $2,500 to support the purchase of updated radio equipment that can communicate with the Connecticut Emergency Dispatch.
Good morning. My name is Dan Bedard. The Southbury Community Trust Fund provided $2,500 to the United Church of Christ Pilgrim Fellowship Summer 2015 mission trip to support a week-long youth mission trip to Alderson, West Virginia.
Kathy Bauer back again to say that Waterbury YMCA Teens in Action received $5,000 to fund the 4th year of the Youth and Government program at Pomperog High School.
Girls Inc., Waterbury, Operation Smart STEM Explorers, $6,000 to support the 3rd year of the STEM Explorers program for girls attending Rochambeau Memorial Middle Schools.
PHS Grad Night in Southbury for Grad Night 2015 received $2,500 to support the overnight graduation celebration at Pomperog High School. Funds will assist ongoing fundraising for entertainment for graduating seniors.
Sacred Heart Church Southbury Youth Mission Trip, $4,000 to support youth travel to Delaware, where they participated in a group workshop repairing homes for low-income disabled and older adults.
$4,300 to the Southbury and Middlebury Acting Responsible Together, the acronym SMART program. Booklets titled The Community of Concern to support the production, printing, and distribution of a Southbury-specific parent prevention guide about teen drug and alcohol use.
And finally, I'm proud to say that the Southbury Community Trust Fund contributed $2,500 to support the marketing efforts for this volunteer fair. So I welcome you all to the volunteer fair. I'm glad you're here. The Southbury Community Trust Fund tent is right over here, and I encourage all of you to stop by and be sure to pick up one of these leaflets, which will tell you all about the Southbury Community Trust Fund. And I hope everybody who is at some booth right now is hearing me, because I encourage everybody to find out about our grants and fill out grant applications and submit them, because we have money to give away, and we're very proud to make Southbury a wonderful place to live. So thank you, everybody. Have a great fair, and it's been delightful to be with you all this morning. Thank you very much.